Hello, I'm Sharon and good evening. I welcome to SOS with Sharon, which is the Save Our Sleep. Okay, I'm glad you are here. We are waiting for more to come in. Sleep well. Hello, so you mute your mute, huh? Please mute yourself. Let me see. Okay. Okay. When you come in, the first thing is mute yourself. Okay. So this is I specialize in sleep well for first-time parents and babies in the first 4 months. Why first 4 months is because we cannot sleep train our baby less than 4 months. All right. Okay. So for this session, try to stay throughout. I will give an offer at the end of the session for the words techniques that is under the module 3 and 4. So I will give a special discount where you can, I will give you the QR code at the end of the session at about 9:30, and you can use your handphone, screenshot the QR code and see what's the price there. Okay, the class is coming Sunday. It's 9:30 to 4:30. So I'm giving some special offer for y'all, and it's valid until tonight. Okay, it's valid until tonight. So that at the end of the session, I will show you. Okay, discount to that module that I'm talking about here. So stay throughout, and I appreciate if you can show face. If you can't show face, then it is fine, but at least somebody show face. I will be like more human. I'm not like talking to laptop. Okay, so I would appreciate. Thank you. Okay, so pay full attention during these 90 minutes. As and when you want to ask any question, just put in the chat box. Okay. Clarify any doubts during the Q&A session. You can just pop into the chat box. Easier. It will be an interactive session. Okay, it's more of like it should benefit you. Okay, this 90 minutes should benefit you. Okay, who is this webinar for? Are you a new parent with a newborn less than 4 months old? Okay, tell me in the chat box. Tell me in the chat box. And then also, are you about to be a parent? That is Leon, right? Yeah. Okay, when you are pregnant, yeah. Currently pregnant, yeah, EDD January. So are you a parent who need to find more sleep, like after baby is born already, new mother with 1 month old baby. 1 month old baby, be aware you will expect more crying. Okay, you will expect more crying. Do you have a crying baby who is not sleeping well? Yeah, so this will be especially for this group of people, and anyone who doesn't fall into this group, you can join in for knowledge about baby if you are handling babies. Okay, grandparents also can, you're handling babies, so you can also join in. Okay. So about me, there are some new audience here. So I need to introduce myself. My name is Sharon, and I am an international certified baby listener. What does that mean? Baby listener. Number one, I listen to baby. I don't listen to parents, how you describe the behavior of your baby. You get what I mean? I'm a baby listener. So I need videos of your baby making noises or the crying. If the baby is already crying in the hysterical stage, screaming, shouting, you calm the baby down first. You don't record already. Okay? Yeah, you don't record already because you need to look at the wellness of the baby. Newborn babies, they don't have the skill to do anything. They can't regulate their nervous system. So when they're under stress, we need to be close to them to co-regulate their nervous system, to calm them down. Okay, so I'm a baby listener. Number two is, okay, so baby listener means we'll send the video in Telegram group. We'll send, oh yeah, okay. So baby listener, number one is I listen to your baby. I don't listen to parents' description of what is going on with their baby, because that is not accurate enough for me to tell you what is wrong, what needs to be done. I need to hear from your baby. So that has been baby listener. Number two is I am not a baby whisperer. Okay, baby listener is like the third generation. Baby whisperer is like the second generation. All other cues and whatever hysterical cries, and you interpret the screaming, shouting, that is the first generation. So being a baby listener is like the latest one. Okay, and it's more accurate. Okay, so what do? I basically do three things. I do sleep well consultation. So what is the difference between this webinar and the sleep well consultation? Sleep well consultation, you can WhatsApp me video of your baby making noises or crying up to 10. Okay, and it's one-to-one, is private. I handhold you and coach you through the whole process. In this webinar, what I'm doing is I will collect all your questions and all the videos that you need to send me, and I will do a review on Thursday 7:30 before 8 p.m. I will do it as a collective. I collectively give you the answer. That is not one-to-one. Understand? Yeah, so I do it collectively. And then limits to 2 videos, just in case that one video is not accurate enough. I have a standby. Okay, so 2 videos per baby. Okay, and I also conduct sleep well newborn preparation classes every month, and here I don't teach, I share. Okay, I won't be here to tell you okay, you need, for example, if I tell you you need to burp your baby, how you burp I don't review. You understand? I don't show. I can describe to you, but I don't show. I can just tell you you need to change method. If it is not helping your baby, you need to change method. Then how effective you burp and all that, that is I don't cover in this webinar. You understand? Because I teach in class, I don't cover here. Here is more of a sharing. Okay, and because of my difficult postnatal recovery, right? For the past 10 years, I took many courses, and for my own recovery, I also tried all different therapies. And now I know what works and what do not work. So I specialize mainly in 2 things. That is moxibustion warm therapy and the V-steam, vaginal steam. Okay, anything warm is going to help the postnatal recovery. And what I discourage is using cold pads in the hospital after childbirth, because it helps to reduce the soreness for natural birth, but the thing is it will slow down the recovery of postnatal body. We are already in the cold stage, so we cannot have anything cold, and the coldness will reach until the womb. Yeah, so I actually don't encourage using the cold pads. Okay. Okay, wait. Okay, so wait. So this is like something I do. I can show you. Okay, something like that. Okay, I I did 6 months, and then my body was so weak after childbirth that it took me 6 months to expel coldness from my body. Yeah, and during every session, right, the sole of my feet was damn cold, So I fully know how it works, and now I specialize in it. Okay. Yeah. Okay, wait. So why am I doing this webinar? I wanted something like this for a long, long time. Just that my brain not business mind enough to know what to do. Yeah, I can no longer like as age catching up, right? I can no longer like attend to each client every time they ask me question, and one baby cry, I can actually off and on coach them for 1 to 3 hours. That is too much for me because the how, the why, the but, and all that will comes in one question after the other. So now I cannot cope with that type of schedule. It's very, it's very, it's not effective. It's not effective. Okay. Yeah. So when you send the videos in the, I hope you all are in my private Telegram group, so that you can post your question. I will then review, answer, and then we will talk about it when we meet on Thursday, 8 p.m. This is a recurring one. I hope to, from pregnancy until the baby is like 4 months old or 3-4 months old. Okay, it's like a circle of support where I can follow up, especially for my student. Yeah. Okay, but not limited to my students. Okay, so this is only the third webinar. Yay, third webinar. Survive with the technology and all that. So when we talk about baby crying, right? Okay, why do babies cry? Why do you think baby cry? Okay, because behind every cry there is a need not met. Baby don't cry for nothing. Babies don't cry for nothing. Okay, so if you want the baby to sleep well, right, because eventually at the end of the day and whatever, it is getting baby to sleep well because they then grow well. Okay, a sleep deprived baby, right, not sleeping well, what happened? Very hard to sleep. Very hard to sleep. And then will be wrongly labeled as cranky, fussy baby. But they are just basically lack of sleep. Okay. So when you want baby to sleep well, you need to understand it is the result of all things done right for newborn babies, especially less than 4 months old. Okay. When baby is well fed, comfortable, and just starting to feel tired, do you think it is easy? Do you think it is difficult to get your baby to sleep? It is the easiest time to settle your baby to sleep. That's the time when you see sign of tiredness, you quickly swaddle, rock your baby, and then get your baby to sleep. That's the easiest timing, which means to say you need to keep physically close to your baby 15 minutes or 20 minutes before the expected waking up time, and before the before the expected tired time. So there are two timings I always ask my client to actually take note. So tell me, what are the two timings? Put in the chat box, make sure you get it. Put in the chat box, make sure you get it. Which are the two timing that is the most important when you are taking care of a newborn? Okay. Number one is what? Number one is the waking time, and then the sleeping time. Okay. These two. Yes, yes. So keep close to your baby, and when they show sign cues, it is very easy to catch it. And remember, why do babies cry? Because there's a need not met, and they cannot do anything on themselves. They do not know what is the feeling of tiredness, what they should do with it. They can't even move from a warmer place to a cooler place. They cannot roll over yet. Okay, less than 3-4 months. Okay, so they need our help to let them adjust to the outside world, especially during the 4th trimester, that is 0 to 3 months old baby. Are you following so far? Okay, and then well-fed means not underfeeding or overfeeding. What is the problem? The problem is underfeeding less than especially 1 month old baby. You use soothing techniques, create anything that is like womb-like environment. For example, white noise. For example, mother hold the baby close to the chest, close to the breast, got mother smell because got the milk smell and the smell of the areola around the nipple, around the areola. There are glands that secretes the oil that smells like amniotic fluid. So it's the mother smell, mother heartbeat, and then the muscle tone. Okay, they are familiar with all this environment. So it creates whatever is womb-like environment. Okay, rocking, put them in the like the hands fold in front, and then those rocking and walking and whatever that feels like womb-like environment will work very well for newborn baby, especially less than 1 month old. Okay, and it will continue to work very well 3-4 months as well. Okay. The thing is, when you always use soothing techniques, okay, it can work for a while, but not forever. You know why? The thing is, when you are hungry, you can sleep. You use soothing calming techniques, you shee inside the ears, you rock, you swaddle the baby, feels like womb-like, can sleep. But when you're hungry, can you sleep? If you can sleep for 3 hours, when you're hungry, you'll wake up early, right? Agree? Put A in the chat box. Agree. Correct. You will wake up in the. So how do you know? How do you know? You observe your baby. If your baby wakes up looking tired, then you know lah. Are you following me? Then you know. Actually, baby can still sleep some more. But because baby is not feeding enough, baby can't sleep as long as the baby should be sleeping. Then baby can't sleep well. Okay, so must be well fed. If you want sleep well, must be well fed. Overfeeding cause what is the problem with overfeeding? Can sleep longer lah. So what is the problem? We are talking about when baby is well fed, comfortable, then baby can sleep well, right? So overfeeding, sleep well, because especially formula milk is like harder to digest. Fat, remember I'm a baby listener, not a mother listener. Without looking at the video, I can't answer question. It's not accurate, you understand? It's not accurate. And then I will look at your video shortly. When baby is well fed, so overfeeding, what is the problem? Cause digestion issue. Because inside the womb, they never need to digest anything. Okay, it's already digested, and then the blood, the nutrients pass to the baby through the placenta. So the problem with overfeeding, right, is how much the stomach can take in. If you overfeed, it is very taxing on the digestion. If I give you 21 buffet meal in a week, what happened to you? What will happen to you? Never eat until so full before. Baby also never eat until so full before lah. Understand? So must be well fed, not over, not under. Okay, comfortable in many aspects. But we are talking about very newly born baby. What is the comfort about? Burp. You need to burp enough. Okay, when air bubbles is taking up space in the stomach, can baby take in a full feed? Cannot. Are you with me? Are you with me? Should I put them just with white noise environment but not padding them during newborn? Wow, you're talking about your 2 years old child, or you're talking about you're preparing for what? Okay, white noise, use it during sleep, not throughout the day. Not the whole day long you play white noise. It will affect the brain development. Whatever you do the same thing every time. Sameness, repetition will work well for all babies. Do the same thing every time. Okay? When baby is overtired, you want to get your baby to sleep, it is harder because the body got stress hormones. Okay? Make them like active. Actually, they are very tired, but it keeps them awake because it's harder, and they don't know. Newborn, they won't know like what is the feeling of tiredness, what they should do with it. So it's the sameness, repetition. Always keep close to your baby 15 minutes before the expected waking up time or sleeping time. And then once you see them showing sign cues and all that, quickly settle them, whether feeding or sleeping. Okay, quickly settle them, because over the tired time they are very hard to settle, can be very hard to settle. When they are not tired, how do you expect them to sleep? Okay, especially as they are growing, how do you get them to sleep? Okay, it is harder. Okay, what is the biggest challenge between about feeding and sleeping? What is the biggest challenge? Why first time parents find it like so difficult? They ended up with like force feeding, dream feeding, sleep training. Why? All these are not suitable for newborn baby less than 4 months old, especially not suitable. Okay, why? Can you make a noise? Can you make a noise? Can you make a guess? Why is it so difficult to take care of a newborn? It's just feeding, burping, getting baby to sleep. Why is it so difficult? What is the tricky thing about it? Yeah. So you continue to do the same thing, padding with white noise. Okay. Padding like pad on the buttock, that one is more for older babies or older kids. It's not for newborn. Newborn you rock, you don't pad. It's womb-like environment. You understand? Womb-like environment. Do you pad in the womb-like? No, right? So newborns, you don't go and pad your newborn. Understand? Huh? Okay, the difficult thing is Listen carefully. It's because they are growing so much. What is a full feed yesterday may not be full feed today. When they can sleep 2 hours yesterday, today start maybe 2.5 hours they can sleep. They are always growing. That is very confusing. When I say feed your baby, my client say, I just fed. They are always growing. There will be times when they need extra milk before they can sleep well. You understand? You understand? That is the most tricky part because they are always growing. And they grow so much, double the weight, triple the weight until 1 year old. After 1 year old, many of my clients say, hey Sharon, is my baby normal or not? The weight don't seem to increase, Can I drop the night feeding? When babies are growing and like after 4 months and all that, can I drop the night feeding? After that, my baby don't put on weight how and all that. So different stage of growth and development, especially after 1 year, all the growth and development after 1 year, if they continue to grow the way they grow in the first year, they will grow to be as tall as a tree, You understand? So they are growing so much. What is a full feed may not be a full feed yesterday and today, different. And the sleeping time can extend a little bit. And the amount they take in can increase and slowly increase. So you have to catch the right timing. It requires you to be physically close to your baby. Mother and baby are not supposed to be left alone. They are not supposed to be separated. And we need the whole family to come and help out so that the mother can tune in, the father can tune in, and then bond and connect with the baby. When there's connection, you will know what's going on better. Even for my student who attended the 3-day course with me, I still tell them the same thing. Even if you have a confinement nanny or you have a helper, okay, your job is to bond and connect with your child from day one. Okay, whoever comes and go is not permanent there. Okay, parents are always there. So you must always connect and bond with your baby. Easier for you to understand. As they grow bigger, they need us differently, but not less. So you need to reserve your energy. You need to sleep enough so that you can be who you are, and your full potential will be there for your child. Okay, if not, it's very hard lah. It's very hard. When everyone is sleep deprived, it's very hard. Everybody behave in a different way. When you're sleep deprived. !aiyo! Yeah. So the thing is, okay, just remember, sleep well is the result of all things done right for newborn babies. When baby is well fed, comfortable, okay, and just starting to feel tired, it is very easy to settle the baby to sleep. You just need to catch the right timing, take note of the waking up time and the sleeping time. They will change. Okay, it will get longer and longer and longer. Okay, then you can do more things. When the baby is crying, the big question is, how long will the baby cry? Put in the chat box, what do you think? Put in the chat box, what do you think? How long will the baby be crying? How long will the baby... Okay, wait baby Okay, wait. How long will the baby cry until she's tired? 15 minutes. Wait, I see. Poor thing. If after feeding if after feeding baby the amount she needs and she still doesn't look tired and want to sleep, does it mean I need to feed more? If baby after feeding the amount she needs and she still doesn't look tired, I'm trying to figure out the scenario. Okay, if after feeding baby the amount she requires, number one, how do you know the amount she needs? Because baby is always growing. How do you know? How do you know the amount that she needs is really the amount you think she needs? How do you know? Because they are always growing. Yesterday and today different. And also depending on if you keep the environment very consistent, like you don't do any different things that day, if you bring the baby out, it's a different story. Okay, or you have the baby shower, the full month celebration, you pass the baby from one person to the other, but can get overstimulated. Okay, then can the feeding, do you feed well? So many, I can't answer this out of question right now. And still doesn't look tired. You have to track the time waking up and sleeping time, and the interval will keep lengthening, will keep like newborn babies wake up, drink milk, do whatever you do quickly, baby will sleep already. Okay, baby will sleep already. And then after 2 weeks, after 5 days, a little bit of changes will take place. Baby will start crying more. And then after like 1 month, baby will still start to cry more. Okay. So there will be newborn babies wake up, drink milk, after that sleep. Okay. And then it slowly, there's like 15 minutes, 20 minutes in between. And then it becomes half an hour, it becomes 1 hour, it becomes 1.5 hours in between intervals. So after feeding, she still doesn't look tired. Why after feeding must she look tired? It depends on the age of the baby, right? You get what I mean or not? Newborn sure collapse on milk coma, that's why we sleep already. But older babies not like that, As in 1 month, 6 weeks or 2 months old baby, all different, So number one, I need to hear what your baby is saying. So you need to catch the tired time. You record the waking up and the tired time. Baby waking up should not look tired, should not be screaming for milk. You understand? You get what I mean or not? Sometimes I have too much to share that I don't know how to tell. Yeah, this is it is not accurate. 15 minutes. Yeah, can be crying for 15 minutes. Because my question is how long will the baby cry? So 15 minutes. Baby will cry for as long as until she is tired. Can go on for hours. Okay. For younger babies, right? For younger babies, newly born babies are just that few kilo. Okay. When they use their energy in crying, half of their energy will be gone already. And then when it comes to the breast, they latch on the breast, 3 suck, I tell you, the 100% energy all gone. They got no energy to suck milk. So they got no choice. Even though they are hungry, they need to gather the energy. They need to rest. Okay. So the thing is, baby will cry for as long as until she is tired. Can go on for hours. What we don't want is the energy used in crying instead of in growth and development, physically and also the brain development. We want them to rest. We don't want them to use up energy, waste the energy like that. Is everyone following me? As long as we fulfill their needs. The thing is, how do you know their specific needs? Do you know their specific needs? How do you know? Wait, you. Okay. Wait, I see. What is this? Okay, wait. I need to share this one. Okay, let's what first, Okay, wait. Okay, let's attend. This one you need to feed your baby. This one you need to feed your baby. Okay? You need to feed your baby. Have plenty of rest if you want to increase. Okay, wait. I want to stop share. What is the chat? Baby boys drink more often. Baby boys, actually baby boys weight is heavier, right? Yeah, it's quite a true fact, you know, that baby boy drink more. Cause he is like want to drink every 2 hours. You say your boy is 1 month, right? Yeah, you expect the baby will need to drink more during this time. And when you mention like baby seems like cannot always wants to like cling on you. Okay, I need to remind you one thing is when your baby latches on your breast, right? Direct latch for breast milk, right? If you don't do self breast massage, it doesn't mean baby latches on, baby will get the milk. There may be blocked milk ducts, or there may be the latching, how well you latch the baby. Yeah. An over hungry baby, when you latch the baby, sometimes it's very hard to latch them. Over hungry because they are too eager to drink milk. Like the hands always like that. Very hard to get the hands away, and then to like the breast is just right in front. But because they are so hungry, right? They cannot just they will suck on their face. So it's quite challenging to feed when they are over. He is very attached. What I am saying is that when baby latches on, baby may not be getting the milk the baby is getting. There may be blocked ducts already inside the breast. That's why baby is unable to, like, it looks like very clinky or like very attached to you. But may not be lah. What I'm saying is may not be lah. So you need to know the situation. Let me see. Wait. Always, okay. If your baby you put down 5-10 minutes, always come to your breast, and it is always like that, then it is your milk supply, milk production, or blocked ducts issue. When we talk about pacifier, please don't give pacifier before your breast milk is established. Less than 2 months not recommended. Okay, even if you give formula less than 2 weeks or 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks also not recommended. Okay. Why do you want to give pacifier? Why do you want to give pacifier? You tell me what's the reason you want to give pacifier. Okay, put in the chat box. Is baby boy drink more often? It doesn't matter whether they drink more often or not. When any baby, baby girl or baby boy or twins or whoever, it doesn't matter. As long as that particular baby is showing hungry cues, hungry sign, hungry reflex, and saying the hungry word, you need to feed your baby. Yeah. When you feed more, please burp your baby more. Remember, what if you don't burp your baby more and you keep feeding them? Air bubbles not burp out will be pushed down into the stomach, and it will cause discomfort. Okay, eventually it will cause a tummy issue. Very attached. Give pacifier to comfort them. Give pacifier to comfort them. Give pacifier to comfort them. You are the comforter lah. What if baby fall asleep while feeding and can't burp her? What should we do? Good question. Okay, you at a certain you cannot keep upright yourself, right? You at a certain angle, right? Place your baby tummy on your tummy, like tummy time on you, or keep the body straight. Okay, so you hold the baby and then you close to you. You hold the baby, right? The gravity will pull down and then the baby will have a natural stretch, right? And then you put the baby on your chest, facing you. Turn the head side. Keep in that position longer. And burp them before feeding. When they wake up, before feeding, burp them. Your action must be fast, huh? Must be fast. How fast is fast? How fast is fast? The word stanic, right, is talking about speed. Okay, how fast is fast? What do you think? Pacifier to comfort them. So my answer is you are better at comforting lah. Your heartbeat, your smell, your muscle tone, your voice, all those are comforting already. You don't need extra thing. Don't separate the mother and the baby. When you separate them, you need more things like pacifier. When you don't separate them, they are okay. But then how do you rest when I ask you to be so close to your baby? You don't need to breathe. It's always here. So how? Yeah. So alternate lah with the husband. And then it is easier. No doubt you wake up more when the baby is on you, because baby move a little bit, you will split of seconds, you will wake up and then you will be like tune into your baby. But at the same time you get more rest. Why? How? When baby is on you, baby move a little bit, you are awake, like why moving? Wants to feed and then baby like move a little bit, like fall back to sleep. Then you fall, next split of seconds you will be in deep sleep again. No doubt you wake up more, but you get to rest more. Yeah, that's how we steal our sleep throughout the day. Okay, having a baby will undoubtedly change everything. So how do you steal your sleep? Is like that when baby is on you, then baby sleep, you sleep. Then after 2 months, because too young, you don't put in this thing. When baby is like 2 months old, you look at the size. Okay, size. If it is if your baby is of a reasonable good weight, then you can just wear a diaper, use a sling, just put inside the sling. Because wear clothes and it can be too warm. Okay. Are you all following? Am I making sense or not? So wait. What if I fall? Okay, back to your dad. Are you clear or not? Are you clear about it? Are you clear? Did I answer your question fully about your baby's crying? To show where she. Okay lah. Okay, I hope everyone is good. So wait, let me see comfort. What if I'm reading the chat message? What if the baby falls asleep? Okay, so you are clear. I do hold her in the vertical tummy time, but still no burp. How long should I hold her like that for before I put in the cot? So if your baby is like drinking a lot of milk, like recently drinking a lot of milk, you have to hold longer. Yeah, actually just burp them lah, it's okay lah. Just burp them, just over the shoulder. Just burp. It's okay. And then after, when they drink a lot of milk over the shoulder, you burp like 20 times, 30 times. As they are growing, then 30 times, 40 times. Okay. When they are small, then maybe start with 10, then slowly increase. When they are on you, right, you can hold them like 10 minutes. So you can actually calculate like the time you burp and then until like tummy time altogether, like maybe 20 minutes. Just put in the on the daddy's chest also can, or tummy. When you breathe, there's up down, right? Yeah. Okay. So it helps with the air bubbles as well. Okay. Did I answer your question? I'm not very good in pronouncing names, so you see because my generation is like Ivy, Susan, June, May, John, those type of simple one. Ivy, yeah. Nowadays the name are very complicated already. Okay, like midnight they will eat air like that, but when give pacifier they will sleep back. When it comes to baby sleeping, right? Baby sleeping, younger babies, they have, how to say? Okay, nobody actually sleep through the night without waking up. Is young babies, they need to know how to fall back into sleep, because most of the time they are in the light sleep, and light sleep actually helps them with better blood flow to the brain, more supply of nutrients, oxygen through the flow of the blood to the brain. It helps them to develop better. They will naturally wake up. Young children also, they will naturally wake up. Okay, and newly born baby, what we want to do is to keep them comfortable. And then when you like latch them on and get them like night feeding, right? After like say up to 3.5 months onwards, don't need really. Don't offer your breast at night really. Not, they can sleep like 5 hours. Yeah. So don't make it a habit that latching for comfort, for like, and then get back to sleep. It becomes a habit. It is not the physical needs anymore. So we want to create good habits. You need to look at growth and development of that child, that age. Okay. So when you give pacifier, right? When you give pacifier, when it drop out, please don't put it back. If not, for the next few months, you need to wake up. If drop out, you have to put back. You can't sleep well like that. You just need to like do the same thing every time, or just hear your voice or something, then they can sleep. Or introduce a big enough soft toy, something that you can throw inside the washing machine and put inside the zip. bag to wash. Keep it clean, not something furry that can attract dust. Okay, something like they wake up and then they can hold this thing, this soft toy, the hand or something, or the octopus or something, must be safe for the baby. Okay, and then baby can just hold it, it's always there, then they can fall back into sleep. Okay, you cannot always offer your breast. I have a client like 8 months old baby, and still like offer breast middle of the night. I say, no, you don't do that. It becomes a habit you created, not the baby ones, because you created that habit. So sometimes like they need a change in position. When we are not feeling warm, right, baby can feel warm because most of the time they are on their back sleeping, young babies. So if let's say after 3.5 months, the baby always wake up and eat and all that, right, you have to kind of move them a little bit. Sometimes you need to burp them a little bit, and then it's too warm sometimes, yeah. Unless I hear the baby, like young babies, if you are talking about your first child 2 years old, it's a separate thing lah. Okay, but sameness repetition, when they wake up, how do you get them to sleep? It's the sameness repetition that works for all babies. Okay, because it is a metaphor for safety. When we feel safe, we can get back to sleep. They're always the same thing. If you always change, right, it is very hard lah. So there must be something for them, like, oh, I feel safe, I touch this, I feel safe, I fall asleep. Okay, good. Is it okay if we don't make him burp? How old is your baby? Fat. How old is your baby? You are saying yours is 1 month, right? No, you still need to burp. You burp. Is it okay if we don't make him burp? Okay, sometimes it is a silent burp because it is small air bubbles. It's a silent burp. But when you put them down, they can sleep, they can whatever, then it's fine. I also recommend the triangular wedge, like the triangular pillow, something like 10 degree up. It must be the whole body up, and that pillow must be big enough, not the small one, not just the head. Okay, then you place the baby. It's like the hospital cot. They at a certain angle, and then the whole body is there. Right, there's no risk of baby wiggle a little bit and then go underneath or what, cannot breathe, or roll over, cannot breathe kind. So it must be big enough. The material must be firm. Okay, so even if there's air bubbles that you have no time or hard to burp or whatever, you put baby at a certain that angle, right? When they are slightly bigger, then turn the head side, and then sometimes turn the head, prevent the flat head. At a certain angle, it works well. So even there's air bubbles, you can't burp on time, everyone is tired, baby is sleeping, then using that triangle pillow will help. At least the air bubbles, if it is causing baby sleep issue, can't sleep because it's uncomfortable. With the triangular pillow, right, baby is still able to sleep because the air bubbles is seated in such in a place in the stomach that is not causing the sleep issue. You cannot always don't burp the baby, because if you always don't burp the baby, eventually small air bubbles will accumulate, becomes big air bubbles. So if you miss a burp session, then always, like my student, I always ask you to do the baby routine, right? Yeah, when they wake up until they sleep. So you need to burp before feeding. Remember, it's well fed, comfortable, then sleep is the result. So you know you have done everything right when baby sleeps well. Okay, it requires a lot of knowledge, and it requires the right techniques. And being a baby listener is the latest one. Yeah, it's more accurate. No guessing game. Did I answer your question? Fact. How about 2-year-old? How can I let him have passive don't want him to have pacifier anymore. Okay. He will roll around here and there to find a better sleep place. Okay, 2 years old is the time when there is emotional separation from mother and baby. So I still call your 2 years old baby. That is when the husband can hands on more. Get the husband to hands on more with your 2-year-old son, so that when the second one comes along, it is easier for you. It is easier for you. You don't overstretch on your energy and your strength and your limits. Okay, 2 years old is a time when there's emotional separation from mother. We still care, we still love, we still connect and bond with the child, but that emotional separation, when family members like bring the child to the child care, pick the child up, and then do more activities like in sports, in whatever games to use up their energy, the husband got to hands on more. Yeah, so that you get more rest, because when you are pregnant now, you need more rest. Okay, good. So the baby will, as long, the big question, we come back to this big question. You can see the big question, the PPT slide, right? So how long will the baby cry? The baby can cry for 15 minutes, half an hour, can cry for hours, can cry for like a week, 3 days of crying, 4 days of crying. As long as there's a need not met, baby will keep repeating it. Okay? And then that is when you try to use soothing calming techniques. It will not work anymore. Okay? And it tires everyone out. Baby is unable to sleep enough, unable to sleep well. And then it will be what? Commonly mistaken, the crying during this time will be commonly mistaken as colic. I had client who brought the baby to 3 different separate PDs. I had client who brought the baby to 5 separate different PDs, and baby was still crying. They really desperate, each like visit, right? How long will the medication, like the grip water or probiotic last? 1 week, 2 weeks? How long? And anybody has that experience? And then 5 PDs, 3 PDs. The thing is how much you spend already, okay? And the stress of the newborn, okay? They never have to feel so uncomfortable inside the womb. And outside the womb, they got to cry like that. Inside the womb, they don't need to cry. Outside the womb, they cry like that. It's a big thing, It's too stressful, Especially so-called the 4th trimester. They are very womb-like. They are still like this, like that, Yeah, it's a big thing, What is inside the womb? Womb-like environment. We want to create a very welcoming outside world, as comfortable as womb-like as possible to them. And we don't want them to cry like that. And they are growing, we don't want them to use the energy in crying. Okay. So then, where am I now? And it is when I asked my client to record the baby's cry and WhatsApp me, it was not even colic cry. It was not even colic cry. It's hungry cry until colic, Sounds like colic because it's like okay, so like that. So behind every cry there is a need not met, but parents tried everything. What is the problem? Why cannot settle? Tell me in the chat box. Behind every cry there is a need not met, but parents tried everything. And why is the baby still crying? You tell me. Tell me. You think about it, then you tell me. Okay, Leon, do you think I answer your question or not? When they are 2 years old, right, you have to lead them. Give them two choice, either here or there. Give them two choice. Don't let them roll. You have to guide them because they are learning. They are new in the world. Okay, not that new lah, 2 years experience lah. But then there are a lot of things they are growing up. They are learning. So you have to give them choice, like two choices. Don't give them where do you want to sleep. Wow, get what I mean or not? You have to direct and lead them. They need us differently now. Now your job is to lead them, guide them. So you give them two choices, either here or there. You use this or you use that. That's all. If you don't want him to use pacifier, very easy lah. You kind of like cut a little bit. Okay, make it looks like different. If let's say you think of a way, if let's say like the baby is your child is like biting then you cut then you say wow okay, before you cut, right, you have to prepare them. Oh, you bite like that after that is a little bit torn already, you know. Yeah, you bite some more I think the thing will drop out. Then after that you go and cut it okay. And then like for example the like if they use too much, right, then you say just now you have eaten something then you keep biting afterwards got the food taste there, you know. Then tomorrow you use it not so pleasant already. Then you put some pepper, don't put chili too much already then you put something then change the taste, then it's taste different, then don't want already. Okay, you don't just throw like that, you know. It's very traumatizing. Traumatizing. Think of a way. If you can't think of a way, right, because when we are pregnant, I know you are pregnant now, your EDD is in January, right, in 2023, then ask your husband to think about an idea, because you ask a question, a specific question. How to get our boy to get rid of pacifier. Okay, let him think. Because during pregnancy, baby sucks 5% of mother's brain to develop its own brain. Okay, for first child, and then now yours is second child. Don't think too hard. Just ask your husband. Okay. I answer your question right. In the midnight sleep. Behind every cry, there's a need not met. Okay, so my question is, why first time parents always told me like they tried everything, like the sit well consultation, right? They tried everything, like baby was still crying, and then like you see your child like that, you of course want the baby to be comfortable. You don't want the baby to cry like that. Okay, it's bad for the baby, bad for the whole family sleep. So why is it that he's rolling around in the midnight rolling around? Is there anything that can keep the baby don't roll around? You create activities before the baby sleeping time. Okay, the older they are, right, the longer your activities. Get them tired enough to sleep. Keep the environment very consistent, the sleep environment, always the same bed, always the same toys, always what, yeah, always the same thing. It helps to settle them down better. Okay, why is it soothing calming techniques not working? So it's very mistaken. Like, how do you know the needs of the baby? Is crying the main way? The main way. Oh, okay, it's error. Is crying the main way of communication? Yes or no? Type Y or type N in the chat box. Is crying the main way of communication? Tell me, yes or no? Yes. You know, in my class, right, I explain this. It's so hard to educate people. You know, I explain. You know, in one particular class, one of the mummy, right, she stood up, she went to the toilet, and then I was talking about this. I was teaching, okay, and then after that I posed this question: is crying the main way of communication? And then when I asked, the mummy came back, and her answer was no. The rest answer yes. It's like, well, what was I teaching, man? I explained, and then still the answer is yes. And the one who went to the toilet came back, missed my explanation, her answer was correct. Wow. Yes, yeah. What can I do if baby only sleep when being held, but cries the moment we put her down in the cot? Number one, I need to listen to what is the cry about. Number two, you need to I need to see how you put your baby down in the cot. I still need video. I cannot imaginative because all these are skill to take care of a newborn. Yeah, all these are skill. And we need to understand the baby growth and development at different stage. And we need to know their reflex. That's how you work with, how you care for a newborn. Okay, so this are question I cannot answer. I'm a baby listener, not a mother listener. So I can't answer, okay, without looking at the video. My baby also like that. How to say? Fat because you attended only my one-day class. Now I totally close the one-day class because parents ask questions, right, when they are in the one-day class, you know, it's not enough knowledge lah. So of course there are things that so that's why whenever I do webinar, right, I'm really not a business woman, but you need to understand taking care of a newborn is very easy. It's very easy, provided you have the right skill, right knowledge, and the updated information. And we cannot base on old information. There are better methods. Okay, even like now I still have courses to take. It's never ending one. There's always a better method. Okay, and it requires skill, knowledge, the whatever. Yeah, one day is not enough. So you sign up for this Sunday class, and because you okay, for those who already birth your baby, right, you can actually okay lah, for all lah, when you sign up, right, you can repeat again the next lesson. You can come 2 times because the thing is when you have a newborn and you want to attend a 6 hours class, it's not easy lah. I mean, I have common sense. It's not easy. Okay, so I cannot favor only like my student or what, so I offer to all. Later on I will show you the QR code. You just use your handphone, you scan, the amount is there. It's definitely worth your time spent attending the class, and it saves you the sleep. It saves you money thinking that baby is having colic and then you have to rush to the PD. You know, you don't have to spend this kind of money. And then the stress that you're going through, you know, is a bit too much to handle, you know, with a baby. It's already too much. So the cost is definitely worth your time and investment. Okay, crying is not the main way of communication. Can you imagine if I'm a baby, I say I'm hungry, you don't hear me, I say hungry, 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 20, 30 times, how do you feel? Hungry! And then it ends up all like colic. And then I need to cry. Every feeding I need to cry. You mean I need to bear for milk? You love me, right? I'm your baby. You love me or not? I need to cry for milk. Is crying the main way of communicating? Why do babies cry? Because there is a need not met. And why? Why? The needs becomes more urgent. Mommy, I'm hungry. You understand or not? Are you with me? Are you with me? Because there's a need not met and the needs becomes more urgent. It's very heartache to hear baby cry. I love babies a lot, less than 3-4 months old. Okay, yeah, okay. Is it normal for babies to cry? They're so-called the purple cry, right? Is it normal for babies to cry? If for nothing, will you cry or not? For nothing, will you cry or not? Because it is so common that baby is crying, that's why it becomes normalized. But is it really normal? It is not. It is not. If I tell you I'm hungry, you just feed me lah. Hello, why must I cry? I beg for food lah. I beg for milk. So pitiful. Inside the womb, need to beg for milk or not? Don't need. Need to suck hard on the breast or not? Don't need. A lot of, a newborn baby in a new world is a lot to this environment. It's totally a new environment compared to the womb. We want them to be as comfortable like the womb-like environment. And womb-like environment, when you create white noise, rocking, she inside the ears, mother voice near to the mothers, and all that, already can calm them. The womb-like environment. Yeah. It's not normal. Should not. So when you attend the course, right, you will be able to what is providing the best care for your baby is to the baby is the security of being heard and responded to almost immediately, if not immediately. If you can't attend to your baby immediately, what do you do? Every time when baby makes some noises or what, you just sing the same song. You just talk the same thing. Okay? Don't know what to sing. Happy birthday to you. Can? Okay? Make them feel safe. Someone is there to attend to them. Soothing techniques. Why it works, why it does not work, and why sometimes it works, sometimes it does not work. Because you tried everything. So can you make some wild guess why sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work, and why? It works well for first 2 weeks. But if you don't burp your baby enough effectively, by 2 weeks, baby can really get colic in some babies because air bubbles not burp out. And then feeding and the sleep all affected. Okay, 3 hourly of feeding. Okay, works very well. This sort of schedule works very well for first 2 weeks only. After that, it's a different story. Okay. Soothing calming techniques. Okay, let me ask you, what are soothing techniques? Whatever that is not soothing techniques is, I will consider under soothing techniques, whatever you can think of. Okay, say for example, if baby is hungry, you try to rock, you try to shee inside the ears. It's time to sleep, you try to get the baby to sleep. You run above, okay? You carry for 2 hours, okay? Why it didn't work? If hungry means the settling techniques is what I'm looking for is milk to fill my stomach. So when they are young, because of the womb-like environment, because they are newly born, okay, soothing calming techniques works very well. But hungry is hungry. You don't feed me, the sensation of hunger is very uncomfortable. I cannot ignore and sleep. Sleep also cannot sleep well. You understand? Can sleep lah. You cry also can sleep. But can sleep well or not? Cannot lah. Wake up will scream for milk already. And will have a lot of hiccup because why? Suck milk too fast when there's milk. Okay, so it depends on the age of the baby and depends on how hungry the baby is lah. Okay, so what is a better method? That's what I discovered in my past 10 years, going through course after course, and I discovered the easiest way is using the WORDS techniques. W stands for what, and then observe, ready, decode, speed. Using what? Not soothing techniques, settling techniques. So that you don't have to feed your baby when your baby wants a comfort latch before sleep. Or the mother wants, when the baby wants a comfort latch, to suck on the breast and then to feed using bottle. Sometimes whoever feed, like if you are using bottle to feed, especially formula, baby may want the mother to feed. So when it is hungry or what you think about hungry, you don't go and burp, you don't go and bring to the doctor for colic already. Yeah, so it's very specific, very specific. Okay, the words technique, okay, is the module 3 and 4, and it's this Sunday, 4th of September from 9:30 to 4:30. So you can rejoin again. Lunchtime is 12:30 to 1:30. So if you come off and on for the when you're taking care of a baby, you can rejoin again. So I offer to everyone here. It is a limited time offer. The original virtual fee is 120 for this module. The special fee for you, if you sign up today before 12, okay? I already shared the benefits just now. It saves you cost from bringing the baby to the doctor thinking it is colic, because baby cry non-stop. It helps you to get more sleep. It helps your baby to get more sleep when you learn this module. Okay, remember the stress that you are going through, right? Is going to affect your postnatal recovery. It's going to affect your sleep. It's going to affect baby growth and development. We want the baby to be as comfortable as possible. You see babies who are very how to say, well taken care of, when their needs are met, they are very lovely babies, very cute, very relaxed one. It won't be like 1 minute when you don't understand the needs, right? When you don't learn the words, WORDS technique, right? What happens is eventually there will come a time when there will be a lot of screaming, shouting, and the hysterical cry stage. So all those will be covered in the lesson. Okay, I had one. So this is valid. Is a limited time offer. Yeah, for today only. If you can't make it this Sunday, you can WhatsApp me and tell me. I put my handphone number in the chat box. You can WhatsApp me and tell me, ask me about what other dates I have, or you can tap on my WhatsApp handphone number, and then the schedule, the class schedule will be there. So you choose, you pay today, and then you choose a day where you can come when there is a class lah. Okay, when there is class. So you see my so the special offer, when you click on it, you will see. One of my client, right, she engaged the sleep well consultation. The mother, the new parents, right, the baby was 2 months plus, and the baby was nearly 6 kilo. So her PD told her that she must wait for an interval of 3 hours and feed only 120 ml of formula before the next feeding. So the baby doctor was afraid that her baby will be overweight, and eventually if she overfed the baby at 4 months, baby could go on a milk strike. That means totally refuse to drink milk. Okay, and when she approached me, she engaged the Sleep Well consultation. I asked her to WhatsApp me her baby crying video. And she was at that time, right, very stressed out because, hey, you know your baby is hungry, give pacifier to one. That means one's milk lah. And then like confirm not enough milk to, baby is like showing the hungry cues. So then PD say cannot feed. You know that struggle, like feed also cannot. Don't feed, baby is crying. No, you as a mother, you want to feed. I mean, is keep them well fed, right? Is a big struggle to her. It's like feed or don't feed, like nothing feels right. Then how? You know the struggle. Then I use the words techniques to apply. I said based on your baby behavior, the baby actually wants a comfort latch before sleep. It's not about feeding. So then she, wow, relax already. You don't go through that stress. When you go through the stress, do you know that your baby is going through the same stress 2 times, 3 times your stress? Yeah, because inside the womb, they never have to feel this stress. And outside the womb, wow, this was so difficult. So it's really definitely worth your time to attend the class. Yes, even though you have a second baby and all that, right? A refresher. Yeah, this is the module that you do refresher. Okay, I have another good news for my student. Some of you here are my student. For my students only, I am conducting, I will put in the Telegram also. I am conducting, because now it's safer to have this, what you call, I put in the Telegram group. Mask off, and it's safer now, given the COVID situation, right? So this is for, I put in the, this is at my shop, Citygate, where you attend your class, baby massage gathering. Bring your baby along, okay? Yeah. And then the dates will be Saturday 29th of September or Tuesday 27 September. I want to celebrate. So long never see newborn babies in my class. Okay, the timing is 10 to 12. 10 a.m. to 12. This one is for my graduates only. Baby massage class. Yeah. So we will meet. If baby sleep train under is baby sleep training under module 3-4. Okay, how to say? Sleep training, right, is a totally different story. Sleep training is for young babies. You cannot sleep train. That's what I teach you, how to get them to sleep well, using the words techniques. I ask you, do I need to train you to sleep when you are tired? Yeah, exactly. So why do you want to sleep train your baby? Why do you want to sleep train your baby? Okay, your baby, your son is tired, and your son seems like he is tired, but still he don't want to sleep sometimes. Okay, what did I mention earlier on? If you remember, anybody can remember, like his timing to sleep normally. Yeah. So you tell me, yeah, she's talking about her 2 years old son, and now she's pregnant with the second one. So why do you think, like his timing for sleep normally? Yeah. Anybody remember what did I say? how to get your baby to sleep better. Time to sleep can sleep. How? It's 2 years old, no? It's 2 years old. Mine sometimes like that too, like he needs to find perfect position to sleep. Your baby is 1 month, right? Fed. But I already well fed and do all routines to him. No, if you remember what I mentioned just now, create activities to use the energy. My 3rd day class, right? My 3rd day class, the 3-day class, the 3rd day class, I will touch on like using the VAKS system, VAKS system, to understand your baby better and also how to get them to sleep better. That one applicable to older babies. So Leong, you know what is the answer, right? Create activities to use up the energy before the baby time to sleep can sleep. Okay, and also because it's 2 years old, right? You need to see what type of sugar level you give, or anything, not only sugar as sugar, but anything that is keeping the nervous system or the energy level up. Okay. You ask your boy lah. You ask your boy. How much is it depends on the food, okay? Instead of food before sleep, what is he eating also, and then what type of activity for him? How long is the activity? 2 years old. 2 years old should have the nap, like morning nap and afternoon nap. Yeah, you have to see, like if he's a very active type, then need to like go playground. Like what type of activity? Too gentle cannot. Okay. Use up his play water depends on where and how much energy he use. Playground he definitely will run, right? Use more. Yeah, water play is more gentle lah. So it depends lah. If you think that the playground he can feel tired, then okay. Make it very routine. Like always do this and then what then sleep. Enough for him. Enough for him. Not what you think, but enough for him. Okay, we have 1 minute more. Thank you for staying until the end. I hope it benefits you. Tell me if the session is beneficial to you. Type Y in the chat box. Type Y in the chat box. Yeah. So you can join weekly, no problem, just to join and listen. This sharing is a free sharing. I intend to make it a chargeable fee in the future. That will be in a different format, but sharing is always not chargeable because it is a circle of support. It's something that I wanted to do for a long time. And I really hope that I can, my knowledge and my skill through the past 10 years of working with first-time parents and new babies can actually benefit more people. So do invite your friends or whoever you know who are pregnant to come and join us. The more the better, because we can learn from each other. Okay, we can learn from each other. There are so much thing to share, I can tell you. There's so much thing to share. So you know where is you know the link to the private Telegram group, right? So you can post your question there, or your baby cries video there, at least 20 seconds, and also limits to 2 videos per baby. I do it as in collectively. I don't do it like one-to-one. I don't spend 15 minutes. Okay, wait. I don't spend 15 minutes handling and trying to talk to you about your baby thing and all that. Is not under the group. The group would be more. Let me see. Share copy. The group will be more of. Okay, that is the Telegram group. The group will be more of a collective answer in a collective way. Yeah. So like this baby and this baby, okay, then I share what topic. So I will review the questions and the videos at like 7:30 before the 8 p.m. webinar. Okay. Even if you are my student, please don't WhatsApp me. Your baby cry. Okay? Don't WhatsApp me. Telegram, in the Telegram group. Okay. I hope I don't sound too harsh, but the when, like what I explained in the beginning is when I go answer like that, the why, the but, the how, and all that will ends up with 1 to 2 hours for one baby. So I cannot afford that type of. It is very very hard for me to manage my time. So this SOS with Sharon is something I created that I'm testing it out, and along the way I will slowly perfect it. And yeah, the terms and condition or whatever, everything will be clearer along the way. It may take 3 to 6 months. I'm not quite sure, but it allows me time. Okay, allows me time. And do recommend this SOS with Sharon with other mothers. It is so important. It is so important because when we are lack of sleep, the way we talk to our spouse is a different story. Okay, it can affect relationship after a baby is born, especially with a crying baby. How are you going to bond with a crying baby? It's damn hard. Okay. So the word technique is not about sleep training, but it's exactly to understand what is keeping your baby awake. And then when you can decode and know exactly what is it, you do the settling techniques exactly to settle, then everyone can get more sleep. Your action must be fast. Okay, so we shall end the webinar here. Thank you for your full attention. All right. Is there anything you want to ask before we leave? If not, I will see you next Thursday. When you sign up through the link, you will receive reminders. If not, when you are actively in this group, you don't want to receive so many emails. There is an option to actually stop receiving emails as well from me. Okay, there are always options. You can stay for as long as you want. It's up to you. You can join and leave anytime you want. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. It's my pleasure. Okay, so do sign up for the course, and I hope to see you in my class. Okay, contact me. My number is in the chat box. If you need the other dates for the class, once you sign up, you log into this price, and then you can attend anytime. Okay, and thank you. Bye, everyone. Bye, everyone. See you next Thursday.